Welcome to the grandeur of Hope Gardens. Over 50 acres of land, originally devoted to the planting of crops in the early 1800s, Hope Gardens is now a place for pleasure, recreation, sightseeing, and picnicking. The garden is especially enjoyed by students from the nearby schools and universities who seek a quiet place to study and relax. Today, we're dining at Page's in the Garden. The restaurant was originally established a few meters away on the University of the West Indies Mona campus and provided a variety of lunch options for students and university staff. However, owner David Brown decided to relocate in October 2016 to a more serene and refreshing location here at Hope Gardens on Old Hope Road, Kingston. He's managed to expand his menu options and the amount of customers seeking a unique garden dining experience.
This particular version of the Pages it's actually a little bit more upscale than the previous one. It's actually focused a lot more on a higher level of service. Here we do events, a lot of functions. We've had several weddings, we've had birthday parties, anniversaries, and this location affords us the opportunity to have functions of that nature. As you can see, we're in the garden and it's beautiful. We can also expand and have seating in the gardens. We can offer picnics, we can offer groups, special events that would involve the performing arts. We've had some poetry evenings, we've had some musicians come and play and sing, and we've had several launches here. So this location affords us the opportunity to do far more than what we could have done before.
The food was very fantastic and very surprised to see the mix mushroom with the cream with the chicken. It was very soft, it was very, very good. I was very surprised with this kind of sauce. It was very good.
The food is exquisite. The food has an Ital feel. It's very much like home cooked food, but there's a fanciness about it also because of the nice sauces like the coconut rundown that we had today with the chicken. We had a fish that had like a tomato sauce with some cheese on it. It was really excellent.
The inspiration was in fact the garden. I'm an outdoors person, I love nature, and I thought to myself, if we could offer good food, loving service in a relaxing setting like this, I felt that we would do very well. And so far it's very promising. People come, and this garden is a very, very special place. A lot of people have been coming here from they were kids. A lot of positive memories associated with it, fun and games, relaxation. So being right here sets the mood for a good time. So I grew up spending a lot of time in the kitchen, tasting and watching and observing. I think that was where I learned to cook. My grandmother had a shop, had a restaurant, had a bar. It was all together in Manchester. So going down there into the country and watching her operate with people, with cooking, doing several things at the same time, tasting the food with her and seeing how she prepared the food, that really inspired me. So a lot of the dishes that we cook are dishes that I grew up with or that were at my home. So there's a home cook element to what we do. And over the years, I became very much determined to have the meals taste a particular way. And so I was always giving feedback to my chefs about how I wanted the food to taste. And I remembered one of them, a very experienced chef coming off of a cruise line. He was a bit upset because he said to me, "You don't need me, because you know how you want this thing to taste. And he walked off the job. And I was left in the kitchen expecting a large group, and I had to cook. And that was how I started cooking. And I just jumped in and I cooked by taste. I knew what I wanted it to taste like, and I just worked my way back. I knew what ingredients would give me the taste, how much to use, and I just combined everything in an ad hoc sort of random manner, tasting all the time, and until I was able to craft the taste and flavor that I like. So if you are doing something in the kitchen and you actually want to create something new, a good place to start is with what exists. And cultures all over the world are in the habit of combining various things. So in Thailand, they'll combine coconut milk with curry and lemongrass. So if you are wanting to do something interesting, you don't have to start from scratch. You can reference that and you can combine those three, the coconut milk, the curry, and the lemongrass or the fever grass in different proportions and use different things. You can use fish, you can use shrimp, you can use chicken, and you will get something that will taste good. Now, if it is that you're opting to stay in the Caribbean, then we also use a lot of coconut, and it's combined a lot with various seasonings, thyme, scallion, garlic. Once you're staying within that realm, you will find that you will do very well. It doesn't matter what you're doing it with. So you may choose to do that with beans, you may choose to do that with fish, you may choose to do that with chicken. So we do a breadfruit salad, which breadfruit and ackee and plantain is always a good combination. But if you do a breadfruit salad with breadfruit and plantain alone, it will taste good. If you add some additional things to it, it would also taste good. So if you keep it sort of rooted in the culture in some way, you'll find that the food will automatically taste good.
The food this is the first time I eat in this restaurant under this regime, so to speak. And the food was absolutely delicious. But I don't know how to explain why. First of all, the choice of dishes, the choice of what you get on the main course was very original. We had a fantastic breadfruit salad. Then by itself, each component was irresistible. The dessert was fantastic. The atmosphere is nice, the environment is good. It is led by somebody who has a passion for his job and for making this a success, and that reflects in everything.
We came with a group of friends. The food is just out of this world. What I love is the mix of Jamaican, and it's almost like a kind of sophisticated cosmopolitan cuisine mixed in with all of the Jamaicanness. So the food was absolutely delicious. Company was great. The ambiance here being in the garden is fabulous, and it's been a real pleasure.
The chef here, David Brown, produced a wonderful meal. I can't remember all the things he put together, but he put together a wonderful fish dish with some parmesan. There was a breadfruit and plantain and black bean salad, and this thing called reggae rice, which was rice would look like some saffron and some chickpeas, and then some fried chicken in a kind of cream sauce. I wanted him to describe what it was, but he's too busy. And then he produced this fantastic black and white rum cake and some macaroons.
Early days yet. What I think I'd like to do is to really explore the taste buds of the market in the first phase. See what people are really looking for. So far it's clear that they're looking for something new, something different. They want it rooted in our traditional dishes, but they don't want it to be traditional. They want a bit of the new and a bit of the old. They are also interested in things that we don't cook as much anymore. Many of the households are single people households, and so people don't do a lot of the elaborate dishes because of the time and the expense. So So they come here searching for some of the things that they used to get, the nostalgia, things that their grandmother would make. So we have a sweet potato pudding, which is done by an old lady, Miss Icy. I mean, she's elderly, I shouldn't say old, there's nothing old about her. She's 70 something, and when she makes that sweet potato pudding with the soft thing on top, people come here and they rave about it, you know? So Jamaican food and Jamaican culture is something we have to honor, and I want to honor that here always. I want to big it up. I want to really focus on the things that made us great in terms from a culinary perspective, and still develop those things, fuse them with other cultures and create new things. But I would have to say that traditional Jamaican food is always going to be the bedrock of this business. What I really want to do, I really want a quality and unique experience. A high quality and very unique experience. I want it to be very heartfelt. I want the food to be soulful. I want the experience to be very natural. And I'm not sure that I figured out how to do it here yet, and even less so how to repeat it. And you have to be able to consistently offer the same experience when you have a brand. And I'm developing this brand right now, and instead of thinking about numbers of locations, numbers of people, I'm really thinking about the quality of the experience. I'm trying to really shape it, define it, and right now I want the experience to be really one that's based on a couple of things: relaxation, a good time, happiness. I want people to experience love and care when they come here, and I want to be able to really pour some of that into their lives so that their experience is more than just a belly full. The food is really secondary for me. It's the overall experience from the human interaction, and I really want that to be special. And you know, it takes a lot of time to build that, to develop those capabilities in the staff, to select the right people who really want to do that, and to attract the people out there who are looking for that.
Delicious food, peaceful ambiance, and a cool garden breeze which makes moments like these perfect. Stick around, we'll be right back with more here on Island Eats.